Hello. If you would, I'd like you to join me on a reflective journey. Now, if you don't have 5 minutes at the present, that's quite all right. You can come back to this. But I strongly believe it'll be worth your while. I want you to take a moment and just think of the word teacher. What comes to mind? Well, for most of us, and especially me, these thoughts can be summarized with one word: hope. What is a teacher? To me, a teacher is anyone who sparks curiosity, who sheds light on a path, who directly, deliberately, and persistently encourages learning. That can take place in many different ways, in many different settings, and it isn't always apparent when it's happening. When I asked you to think of the word teacher a moment ago, did a certain person or particular people come to mind? Me too. At home, it was my mom who taught me to love, to behave, to become independent, and that most problems could be overcome by beginning on your knees. My dad, who taught me that sometimes we have to sacrifice our own wants in order to supply for the needs of others. A sister who I looked up to and who helped me discover a certain competitive nature. A grandfather who taught me to whittle and tell jokes, and a grandmother who taught me to bang around on the keyboard and to entertain. At church, it was Ethel and Miss Janie, JC and Leland, and who could ever forget Billy Ray? It was Big John and Astor and Randy and Miss Starr and Hazel and Mama and Bobo. Stay with me now, I'm getting at something here. In primary school, Miss Mink was our kindergarten instructional aide who taught me that my growling tummy could make it a few more minutes until lunch. She refused to open my milk carton because she knew I could do it by myself. My first grade teacher, Miss Peterson, taught me to take pride in my handwriting. Miss Overton in fourth grade taught me that learning could be fun. And James, the custodian, allowed me to help clean up the calf, and he paid me with fireballs. In middle school, Mr. Arnett, Miss Gully, Miss Dalton, and Miss Roark sparked my curiosity for science. Coach Spangler, Coach Mike, and Coach Martin encouraged a strong work ethic and discipline. Miss Skaggs helped me discover that I could actually do algebra. In high school, Miss Green taught me new English words I'd never heard of. And there was the contagious excitement of Senora Wilson, our Spanish teacher. Miss Markham taught me how to type with my fingers on the correct keys. Miss Leach taught me to get my writing workshop complete or I might fail. Miss Betty, the calf manager, taught me not to take more than my fair share, but if there was extra, I could come back for seconds. And Miss Lane, well, she taught me that teachers could live for a really long time. Mr. Simpson pushed me to stay in college, and Mr. Kellerman is a huge reason why I started this whole teaching thing myself. Dr. Wolf and Dr. Maxwell helped me get to the finish line and start a career. And Dr. Smith believed in me enough to hire me to teach fifth grade math and science. Miss Bowling and Miss Tuttle, Miss Gooden, Miss Patrick, Miss Thompson, they all taught me how to collaborate with others. Mr. White, Mr. Thompson, and Mr. Keys taught me how to lead. I often wonder if any of those teachers in my life hadn't invested in me the way they did, who or what would I have become? Have you ever thought about that? Well, that's our goal here at this school, to give hope, to be a beacon of light, to be a catalyst for positive change, to inspire one another to greatness. And that brings me to you, our Crab Orchard Cubs and Lincoln County family. You've taught me acceptance. You've taught me support and hard work and leadership and student-centered, thoughtful decision-making. You've taught me love. You've taught me kindness and thankfulness. I want you to join me in thanking those people, past, present, and even into the future, who've helped us along the way, who've shown their lights brightly for us to see, who've invested their time, talent, and treasure into making us into something greater. Thank you to all of my teachers. Thank you to all of our teachers here at Crab Orchard Elementary School. All of our speech and occupational therapists, our assistants, the front office staff, bus drivers, chefs, custodians, counselors, 21st century coordinators, nurses, family resource directors. Thank you for what you do to invest in the future and provide hope. Keep sowing those seeds. You never know what it may grow into. If you or your student have a special staff member you'd like to personally thank, a special lesson you'd like to share, or words of encouragement for our heroic staff members, I'd like to challenge you to leave a comment for this post for them to see. Thank you.